Welcome to week 4 of this beginner's belly dance course with me, Lindsey Marie Silver, here in Little Egypt Studio in Scotland. In this session, I want to really cement the foundations of everything that we covered in the previous session and then add some more on top. We're going to have lots of fun. Let's dive in. So coming into your basic stance, let's enjoy spreading out through our feet. Relax and release through your toes. Feel that connection that you have with the ground. We're going to pick up one heel and then place it down gently. Other side, pick up your heel and place it back down. And we're going to alternate those one side to the other. Lovely. Let's place both heels down. We're going to bend through the knees, tuck the hips under in neutral. Remember that checklist that we had for coming into that basic posture, your basic stance. Now we're going to lift through the rib cage just a little. Bring the shoulders forwards and up. Bring them all the way back. Bring the shoulder blades together and slide them down your back. I'm going to bring the chin back, crown of the head to the sky, tailbone to the ground. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, let's enjoy feeling that expansiveness through our chest, through our lungs. You can begin to circle through the arms, really warming up through the shoulder joint as well there. And then next, we can bring the hip out to the side. And here, we're not going to focus so much on technique at this moment. We're literally just going to warm through those muscles of hips, really just creating that movement initially. So there might be a little gentle upwards tilt of the hip, and that's absolutely okay. Tuning into your own body right here and right now. So whether you're joining us and it's evening or perhaps it's morning, and wherever you're at, tuning into your body and easing your way into that movement. Okay, now so let's from here start to add in that element of refining the technique. So if we want to bring a slide of the hip out to the side, can you remember what we're going to do in order to achieve that? How are we going to bring the hip parallel with the floor? Just have a little think about that. How is that going to work? What's the dynamic, the biomechanics behind that movement? So if you guessed that you're going to add an extra bend through your knee as the hip comes out over your knee, then you guessed absolutely right. So as you bring your weight over towards one side, you're increasing the bend through your knee, and that cancels out that natural upward swing. So we're here. So the hip comes out to the side. You can imagine sort of someone gently pulling on your coin belt, your hip scarf to bring you directly out to the side. Let's bring that into center. As you come back into center, your weight focus is centered over both feet again. Both knees have a nice equal parallel bend. And then as you start to bring the hip out to the other side, you're going to increase the bend through that knee. Imagine somebody pulling out directly to the side. You could elevate your arms here, just in that soft elevation. Keep the shoulders nice and low. Bring the hip out to the other side. At the same time as the extra bend of the knee, you've got this lengthening through your waist. So if you guessed that we're also increasing the length through the waist, then you guessed right. Let's bring it back into center. On the other side, let's bring it all the way out to the side. We're going to lengthen all the way through. So all the way down from just underneath your arm, down towards the hip itself. And this might feel like an actual side bend. Bring it into center. Let's try that a little bit faster now. Joining that movement all into one. Good. Slide. slide. Gorgeous. Slide. Slide. You could frame that movement with some hands and arms if you like to. Just very gentle slide. Okay, we can refine this movement even further now. If you remember last time, we spoke in detail about something known as anchoring. So anchoring being a way of creating the illusion that just one part of the body is moving and the rest is stationary. But of course we know that that is merely an illusion. We're actually using every single muscle in the body to create that movement. So primarily we're going to anchor through our upper half as we move the low half using 3 sets of muscles. 3 sets of muscles in your upper half. Can you remember what those are? Okay, so the first set of muscles that we're going to use, let's bring the hip into center. First set of muscles we're going to use, upper abs. Now, if you remember that little technique that I showed you of how to manually stimulate your upper abs, so that the neurological pathways in the brain, I think this was last week or previously, so you're activating those muscles. You're stimulating that connection, brain to muscle, muscle to brain. And then, next set of muscles we're going to use is the front and the back of the shoulder. Try to relax your medial deltoid on the top of the shoulder because we don't want the shoulders to creep up like this, as can happen. Just be mindful of that, lower them down. Are your shoulders in neutral, a neutral position, which is all the way around like this and lowered. So from here then, we're just literally going to bring the shoulders forwards and back, and this is going to really ensure that you're activating through those muscles. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can actually do this in a push-up position as well. Woo! If you want a deeper contraction through the front of the body. So we're using those muscles there. And then the third set of muscles, can you remember what it was? It was right in here. We're going to make some lemonade, squeezing a lemon in between our shoulder blades. So you're going to squeeze, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release. So you're activating through those muscles there. Now that we've activated through those muscle groups, let's go back into that slide of the hip and just see if you can notice the difference. So we're going to come into the basic stance, feet, knees, hips, rib cage, shoulders. Let's bring a gentle elevation through the arms. Chin, crown of the head, tailbone, nice lengthening effect. Take a deep breath in. Fueling the muscles before we use them, and now activating through those 3 sets of muscles in your upper half in order to anchor and keep the upper half apparently still, steady, floating, hovering in space as the low half comes out to the side with that slide. Parallel hip, and we're achieving that parallel hip with the increasing bend of the knee on one side as the hip comes out over it, and then we're taking it out to the other side and increasing the bend there through your waist. You're lengthening. Let's try it a little bit faster. 2, 3, 4. You could bring the hands into center there if you would like to. I'm not sure what popped up on screen there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Let's bring it in here. Going to come all the way across. So now we take that movement, if you remember, up into the rib cage. Slide, slide, slide. This time we're going to activate through muscles on the low half of the body. So can you remember what we're using on the low half of the body? I'm getting nice and cozy now. Through the low half of body, we're using 3 sets of muscles there. Can you remember what they are? Can you remember? So in the lower half of the body, we're going to be utilizing the muscles of calves, your thighs, and the third one, pelvic floor. So we're going to utilize those muscles. So you can lift and lower the heels. We did this a moment ago to warm up through the calf muscles. Thighs, you just bend and extend. That's going to work through there. And then pelvic floor muscles, you're going to come all the way around from your bum, all the way underneath and out and round towards your belly button. Bring your belly button up and back. And imagine that you really, really need to go for a wee, but you're not able to. Those muscles there. So you're coming in and up. Like that. Okay, now, when we come into that slide now, see if you can feel the difference. Yes? Lovely. Slide, 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 slide. So we're keeping this time the shoulders nice and level. So again, lengthening through the waist, and we're lengthening even more to one side and then to the other than we did with the hips. Good, well done. Beautiful. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Into center here. Wow. Help yourself to some hydration if you would like some. And then let's have a little look at a gorgeous, gorgeous movement. One of the absolute basic movements, a fundamental movement to all styles of belly dance. And that would be a hip circle. So we're in center, in that basic stance. Definitely have your hips in neutral here. We're gonna slide the hip out to the side in the same way we did that slide a moment ago. And from here, what you're gonna do is imagine that your hip is a coin from your coin belt, and you've placed it on the ground with your finger on the top, and you're just sliding it all the way around. It doesn't come up and round at the sides, it's flat. This movement is flat. So we're out to the side, and we're gonna bring it all the way towards the back. Bring it out towards the other side. So this is like a slide motion out to the other side. And then you're gonna come all the way forwards. Good, well done. So we're gonna come out to the side. Bring it back to the side. Bring it forwards. Wow, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can anchor through that upper half as we did. Yes! Well done. That looks really good. It feels nice too. Let's have a little bit of fun with the circle then. Fabulous. Yes? Let's make it big and maybe slow. 3, 4. So you're going to keep your hips in neutral all the way around. So it doesn't swing out like this. You're going to keep it neutral, nice straight back all the way through. All the way around. And one way that you can really help to keep that circle nice and flat as your hip comes forwards, and give a squeeze on your glute. Yeah? Feel that? Bring it all the way around towards the back. Use your pelvic floor muscles a little bit more to help just keep that tailbone down. All the way around. Nice. Woo! Wow. Let's try the other way, shall we? We're gonna slide. Bend your knee, bring it back. Slide. Bring it forwards. Yes. Slide. No weight there, back. slide. Bring it forwards. Maybe try that a little bit faster now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like a sneeze is building within. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe it's gone away. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, everybody joining me in this live class. That is some really nice focused technique. Amazing. If you're joining us on YouTube in the catch-up class, let us know in the comments, how are you getting on with the course? How are you finding it? 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'd all be delighted to dive into the comments and hear how you're getting on. Let's try one way, 2, 3. Can you reverse? Just try. 1, 2, 3, 4. Complete the circle. Take it back the other way. 2, 3, 4. Reverse. 1, 2, 3. Well done. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are your shoulders neutral, by the way? Or are they creeping up like that as you focus on other things? Relax it right down. Okay, let's get that circle going. Now, you know me, I like to add in a little bit extra challenge right from the get-go, so that when you bring it back down to the complete basics again, it feels quite easy and you're like, what was I even concerned with? So what we're gonna do, if you'd like to, if you feel ready to and you feel able to, if this feels good for you right now, and you feel like you might like a little bit extra challenge, come with me now. We're gonna turn our whole body the same direction as that circle. So if you're circling clockwise, then you're gonna circle your entire body clockwise. What this helps you to do is to make sure that your weight is where it should be as the hip comes out, because you can't actually pick up your foot and turn if it's in the wrong place. So as your hip comes out over one knee, the other foot is free to move. Let's try it. So we come out to the other side. This foot is free to move. Yes? So we got side, it's free. Side, it's free. So we can circle all the way around, taking these tiny little baby steps. They're not necessarily even like full steps. They're kind of like shuffling around. You're sort of, do be careful of your knees though. Keep the knees soft and relaxed. But there, you can use a little element of a pivot through the ball of the foot if your flooring allows for it. All right, let's try the other way, shall we? How did you find that first? How did you find that? Let me know. How was that? Woohoo! We got all the thumbs up going on. Yes, amazing, well done. Let's try the other way. Here we go. So we're gonna take it round. And even if you've done this before, there's something just really incredibly powerful about going back to basics and having that first go of adding in another layer. Keep the shoulders low, chest is open and bright. Bend through your knees. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. You could slow this down, of course. If you feel ready, take it around the other way. So if you're circling anti-clockwise, then you're gonna bring it around. Your whole body is traveling anti-clockwise. Yes. Nice. Wow, woohoo! You did that, amazing. Let's move on, shall we? We're gonna have a little look now at those gorgeous hip drops. Oh yes. Amazing fun with hip drops. So let's do a hip drop on a single leg. So first of all, we're gonna be on this supporting leg. Bend through that supporting leg. And then you're gonna place the toes. Place the toes. Here, tuck the hips under, bend through your knee. Yeah? Nice. Nice. From there, in that neutral position, we could frame some arms. That's going to help steady you and balance you, but also it lets your audience know, oh, I wanted to look at this side of my body. So what we're going to do is we're going to extend the knee some of the way. Now, if you're already feeling that through your thigh, that's good. It means that you're placing your weight in the right place. Okay, it's very toning and strengthening. So we're going to keep the hips tucked in neutral, and you're going to extend some of the way through your knee and allow that to act as a lever to bring the hip up towards the sky. Coming straight up, and then you're going to drop it right down by releasing the knee and releasing the muscles of the waist, back and belly to lower the hip down. And lift up nice and smooth and steady, extending through the knee and using those muscles in the waist as well, external obliques. Here we go, we're gonna release, drop, lift, 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 drop, 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 drop. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes! Well done. We can bring this foot. Here's a transition for you. We're going to take this foot all the way around towards the back. Sweep round. You can place that heel down and lift up the heel on the other side. Simple transition. It's one that is useful to know and particularly good for right now, for this single leg hip drop. So on the other side, we're going to bend through the knee, and then you're just literally placing your toe there to help steady you, but also to create that gorgeous look. What you'll see in the belly dance world quite often is a dancer will be on this foot, but they'll come right up onto their toe here. What that doesn't provide you is with much stability. So what I would like you to do is to place the ball of the foot on the ground, but not to dump weight through it. So you're there, you're steady. Here we go. Are you ready? Bend down, bend down. The bigger you the bend in your knee, the more you bend down, the more space your hip has to move. And as you bend down, bring the hips back and down. So the knee is behind the toe. It's much more elegant and it's better for your knees. All right, we're going to lift up, crunch through these muscles, and then we're going to release, drop. Wow, well done everybody. Yes. Lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop, lift, drop. Up, release, up, release, up, and release, up. Here we go, a bit faster. Drop, 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 drop. 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow! Let's do that in combination with the slides and the circles. But before we do that, let's have fun with doing that movement on one on each side and building it up into a hip shimmy. So here we go. We're going to bend your knees, hips, rib cage, shoulders, chin, crown of the head, tailbone, deep breath in. As you breathe out, we're going to drop, 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 drop. Nice. 2, 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes! 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it really is the knees there, creating that movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can do that anchoring technique through your upper half here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go, slide. Slide, 2, 3. Take it into hip circle here. Side, bring it back. Side, bring it forward. Side, bring it back. Side, bring it forward. Slide, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2. Other side, circle. Round, 2, 3, 4, round, 2. Wow. Oh, it feels nice too, doesn't it? So releasing for back. Wow. Into center, we're gonna step back. 2, 3, 4, drop, 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 drop. Step back, other side, so you can bring that transition. Woo! 2, 3, 4. Make sure hips are in neutral. Just check that for me. Into center. Wow! Woo! Step forwards maybe. Nice. Into slide. Wow. Circle this time. Bring it out to the side. Bring it back. Side. Bring it forwards. And again. Try the other side. Slide. Into circle. Take it round the whole way. Woo! Take that circle all the way around. 2, 3. Let's take it back the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. In your own time, coming back into center. Wow. In the next session, we're going to enjoy having a little look at figure of 8. Oh, I thought perhaps to bring the figure of 8 this session. Actually, when I fell into it, I felt like cementing what we'd done previously was of much more value to you right now. So next time we're going to add to that, and we're going to bring a figure of 8 motion. Wow, figures of 8 are lots of fun. So much you can do with them. They feel amazing. They're good for you. And they are a movement of the goddess. They are thousands of years old. Cannot wait to share that with you. Help yourself to a little spot of hydration. Oh my gosh. That was just so beautiful. Whoop. And as you come back into center, bring your hands up towards the sky. Nice. So we're going to invert the palms up towards the sky. You could clasp your hands there if you want to, and then bring the palms up towards the sky. Bring the shoulder blades down your back and together. So here what we're going to do is we're going to come into the side bend, bring the hands around, so you're releasing through the arms at the same time as a nice release through your waist. Bring it back into center. Take your time as you transition to the other side. Lengthen through your waist, release through the arms, the wrists, hands, back into center. Oh. Unclasp your hands. If they were clasped, bring your hands down by your side. We're just going to bring this full body shimmy here. Oh. It's so releasing and relaxing. It's also very rejuvenating. So we're picking this up through the knees. Relax your shoulders, your arms, your neck, belly, waist, back. Feel any tension just drain away. Ah, nice. Coming back into center, we're going to take one foot out in front, bring it all the way around. Lift up, grip on. So this stretch is not only lovely to do after what we've just done, it's releasing for thighs and hip flexor, but the practice of this means the more you do this stretch, the more you can do big, full movements. So you're building on your range of motion. So it's body conditioning as well as being nice and releasing for what we've just done. Take a deep breath here. As you release that down, let's take it to the other side. So as you release any stretch, make sure that you're releasing that in as steady a way as you went into it. Really important in this one that you tuck your hips under in neutral. Then you can bring the hips forwards, bring that foot closer in towards you, squeeze through your glute if you need a bit more leverage. Now, keeping the knees in alignment, again, feeling that gorgeous stretch through the thigh and through the hip flexor there. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, gently releasing that foot down to the floor, hands up towards the sky. Enjoy a moment of inner peace and calm, feeling more grounded, but also more joyous and creative. Looking forward to next session already. Those gorgeous infinity loops of figure eights. Wow. Thank you. If you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit notifications so you can be informed of when the next video goes up. If you'd like to support the creation of these videos, remember you can head along to patreon.com/Little Egypt Studio, where you'll find a community of other enjoyers of these videos. See you soon. Bye.